I would like to speak to the Japanese citizens on the situation at the Fukushima No. 1 nuclear power plant. Please listen to my message calmly. The Fukushima nuclear power plant, as has been explained so far, after the earthquake and the tsunami, the nuclear reactors have shut down, and ordinarily, the emergency diesel engines that should have been used to cool down the reactors have all gone out of function. Every possible method has been used to cool down the reactor. However, for reactor number 1 and reactor number 3, hydrogen came out and causing a hydrogen explosion, and also for reactor 4 we have seen fire. And radiation has spread from these reactors, and the reading of the level seems very high. And there is still a very high risk of further radioactive material from coming out. From the Fukushima No. 1 nuclear power plant, a 20-kilometer radius has become an area for evacuation. Most of the people have evacuated from this area. We need now for everybody to move out of the 20-kilometer radius from the No. 1 plant. And in areas from 20 to 30 kilometers from the power plant, depending on what happens at the power plant, we would like to ask you to remain indoors, at home or in your offices. We would like to ask you to remain indoors and avoid going outside. For Fukushima No. 2 nuclear power plant, already people have almost all evacuated from the 10-kilometer radius. Now we are requesting that everybody move out from the 10-kilometer radius from the No. 2 plant. We are making every effort possible so that no further explosion or no further leakage of radiative material would happen. And the people at the power plant are carrying out operation to inject water to cool the reactors, despite they are putting themselves in a very dangerous situation. So in that sense, we hope that we can avoid further radiation leakage. And I would like to ask the nation, although this is an incident of great concern, but I request that you act very calmly. With that, I would like to end my request and message to the Japanese public. You have not talked about the No. 2 reactor. I believe the No. 2 reactor is in a serious situation. Rather than talking about each individual reactor, there are several things happening at these power plants. So we are looking at the total picture in planning our response. So rather than talking about each individual reactor, I would have talked about the whole picture. I believe reports on the individual reactors would come from the Tokyo Electric Power Company.
That was a special message from the Prime Minister.